What? Come here. You gonna be on camera? Why not?
Why not?
Yeah. Hey. Get that thing off me. Hey, chunky monkey.
This is what we do before we eat tacos. We take measurements.
This is what will keep you off the chips and salsa.
Actually, I'm so excited to eat some tacos. Okay, face the door first.
Face west.
So we're taking Darwin's caliper measurements. We're gonna see what his body fat is. Of course, it's really late in the day.
This is the fun part.
Probably eating, but
I've actually been really good about it.
Okay.
Last time I ate anything was about 7:30 this morning. And it's what, 1 o'clock? Because our camera guy was late. We're hungry.
Actually, if we check the calendar, camera guy's 20 minutes early.
But it said 1. 2. I gotta check your invites more. I would have modified that if I would give him privileges.
okay.
Okay.
What's your pack?
Flex?
Yeah. Alright. Hopefully, you don't mind my mouth germs.
No, I do not. This is what happens when you're trying to take fitness seriously.
Put your right arm behind your head.
So when you do this, like, do different people carry fat in different places?
Yep.
That's why you take so many?
Yep. Men and women distribute fat differently.
Like what? Like men more on their belly and women more on their ass?
Women kind of more in their like legs and hips. And they'll get more of like the lower belly stuff than men do, whereas like men primarily carry it in their abdominal cavity. Go ahead and turn around and face me. So they carry it like around here. Sometimes what?
Sometimes we get moobs.
Yeah, go ahead and flex. What you said?
37.
177. Okay. Calculate. 10% body fat.
Whoa!
Good job, man.
Holy crap, I've never been that lean.
I told you you're lean right now.
That's amazing.
You do
Yeah.
look lean. No wonder you can't lift shit.
Yeah, you're super lean right now. Okay, don't tell him that. He's been wanting to be 10% for so long.
Yeah, dude.
Now you are!
That's like a big one. I'm serious.
Boom.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna eat tacos now.
Go to eat tacos! 10% body fat!
Wow, so, alright, so tell me, you take a bunch of measurements,
Yep.
and you punch it, what is this?
So this is esrx.net. This is just what I've always used to calculate people's body fat. There is a whole,
Okay.
there's an actual like algorithm and a whole fucking long ass equation to do it, but we've been trying to get him to 10% body fat for like 2 years. Now he's there.
Yep.
Now time to get back like me.
Now we're gonna go eat tacos!
Okay. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Hear the engine roar?
That's the engine roar.
That's the engine. Dude, I love it. It's so quiet. It makes me happy.
Protein shake. He comes to me like an hour later and is like, did you put cold brew in this protein shake? I was like, yeah, it tastes good. And he's like, I already had cold brew today. It's concentrated. He's like, I can see, what did he say? He said, I can see sounds. The floors are really clean though, so that's nice. All right, where are we going, Darwin?
Okay, so I'm actually kind of excited to do this video with you because this has been one of my struggles in the race for 10%.
The race, we just hit 10% body fat today for Darwin, so he's very excited.
Fucking pumped. So one of my big things, right, like I love to eat local food. Like, I love like little hole-in-the-wall restaurants. I also love Mexican food. This is not a secret. The hard part is, my normal strategy is, if I know I'm going to a place like this, it's more or less, you know, half starving myself for the day.
Yeah.
Going and just going ham.
Right.
Chips and salsa are amazing, and so are burritos and all that other stuff. So today we're going over to one of my favorite spots in Phoenix called Santisima.
It's my favorite.
Their salsa bar is life.
Oh my gosh.
On the flip side,
Very
though,
excited.
it's like a greasy spoon Mexican place with good food, and I don't want to think about it when I go over there. I just want to eat everything.
Right.
So, kind
I mean, that is one strategy.
I mean, clearly it's
Technically.
working, right? I
Yeah.
hit 9.98 today.
9.98% body fat. Holy moly.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that's really one time. We still had to wait like 45 minutes.
8 p.m. is dinner time. Like, I'm just excited to do this because there's a lot of good local restaurants that I like to go to, but you can't find their nutrition information. Like, it's, you know, two dudes and like a mamacita back there cooking stuff up, and you have no idea what's going on.
Right. So we are employing strategies to eat out at a restaurant, a local restaurant where the shit's not listed. So most chain restaurants, their nutrition information will be listed either online or on MyFitnessPal. I think actually there was a law that was like passed around, it was a law or like whatever, a bill or whatever, but if you, a restaurant location, if a restaurant has more than 20 locations, they have to list their nutrition information.
Well, yeah, no, that wasn't a law.
I think Michelle Obama did it, which is actually really funny because North now has all of the calories on their menu. The chicken parmesan is 2,200 calories.
Oh my God.
That's a lot. I mean, there are a handful of strategies to do this. Number one, which I'll do as soon as I turn this off, is, you know, look at the menu, decide what you're gonna have ahead of time, and then look through MyFitnessPal, Calorie King, whatever you need to make your best estimates. The other strategy is just to say fuck it, which even fuck it, like there's still strategy to it because it has to be like, okay, like I'm just gonna say fuck it for this meal and then the rest of the day is normal. You don't necessarily want to say like, you know, fuck it for the entire day.
Yeah, but like, I mean, for this one, so I did, you know, I have the same smoothie every morning because I'm weird like that.
Yeah.
But I also know, you know, I have at this point a couple of like decent carbs, really high protein, almost no fat dinner recipes, right? And so I just kind of planned on having one of those tonight.
Yep.
And I know that I'll probably be over fat some,
Yeah.
but it's one meal,
Right.
you know? And it's...
So one of the other strategies, so that can definitely be one of them, where it's like, you know that you have like a kind of a bank of other meals that are go-tos that you can afford to have kind of a crazy meal. One of the other things, especially if you are planning on tracking the meal, is to plan on just staying within your calories for the day instead of worrying about the specific macros. Because at the end of the day, if fat loss is the goal, your calories are your most important number. We track macros because it yields better body composition results. And it just makes you a lot more mindful of what you're eating. Like if you were to eat 2,000 calories a day and that's like your weight loss calories or whatever, and you filled that with pizza, you know, there's not, number one, there's just not much room left for anything else. Like you would probably just have pizza for the day and that would be it because it's very high carb and it's very high fat.
You'd be super squishy and skinny.
But you know, you might not have the muscle definition that you're looking for. You might not have, you know, the fat composition that you're looking for. Like you'll lose weight, but you might not necessarily specifically be targeting body fat or whatever it is. So either way, when you track your macros, you can be a lot more specific about body composition. So that's why, like with Darwin as an example, with him getting down to 10% body fat, we were trying to retain as much muscle composition as we could. So he had relatively high protein and then minimal carbs and fats. So you want to try and prevent as much muscle wasting as possible, so you keep your protein really high. What's I think important for people to realize too is that fat loss can't be something that you're trying to do forever. Like you have to take breaks either from tracking completely or from cutting specifically. You don't necessarily have to go into a surplus, but you can go into maintenance. And I think that's where people can get confused as well, is because when you lose body fat and when you lose body weight, your maintenance calories will change as well. So the amount that you would need to eat to maintain your body weight. Because as an example, this is like a very crude example, so forgive me, but as an example, say you weigh 200 pounds, you can eat around 2,000 calories a day to lose weight, approximately. It's not a perfect math, but approximately. If you lose weight, let's say you get down to like 150 pounds over the course of time, your maintenance calories might be around 1,500. But if you're still eating at 2,000 after you lose that weight, there's a possibility that either you're gonna gain the weight back or, you know, at some point progress is gonna stall. So you have to understand that like your body, that's like I don't even know how good that example was, but your body adapts, your body's resilient, so it's going to recognize at some point that you're underfeeding it so that you can specifically lose weight.
And then it freaks out and doesn't lose weight.
And then it'll stop at some point because your metabolism will essentially slow down to meet whatever your intake is. If that makes sense.
And I didn't have to starve myself.
You didn't have to starve yourself, and you took trips, and you drank wine and beer.
Mostly wine. Switching to wine was a big one. I literally, this is very bad, but I think I might be developing some type of a beer allergy.
Oh my god, everyone thinks they're allergic to stuff. Edit this out. I'm so annoyed with everyone's allergies.
Like when you do chips,
Yeah.
right? These are what, just carbs and fat?
Yep. Let's look them up. Restaurant chips. One serving, about 14 chips. Well, I'm probably gonna eat 2 servings of chips, so we're just gonna go ahead and increase that.
Let's bump up those numbers. Rookie numbers.
Yeah, so this one, like this says,
This gets me every time.
like restaurant tortilla chips, it says, this is just a listing, for 2 servings, which according to this would be approximately 28 chips, would be 22 carbs, 14 fat, and 4 grams of protein.
Oh, they're fatty.
Oh yeah, they fry them.
Must be why they're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit, I just got some hot sauce.
Oh god.
You don't have to mess with it, right?
No, like, some people don't even track like vegetables. Hi, good, thank you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Just on chocolate today?
Guacamole, yes.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Sounds great.
Love guacamole.
From,
Yeah, probably a couple minutes.
yeah, I don't know. Can I get all of it?
No,
So,
we'll need a little bit, thank you.
he's like, yeah.
So then, like metabolically, going over for one meal like this, not a huge deal, right?
No.
So it's more about the consistency of sticking with whatever, with the occasional slip up will get you further
Yeah,
faster.
it's day to day, and like we look at like your week as a whole, so we look at your averages over the whole course of the week as well. So if you're still mostly within your averages, you're probably in a pretty good spot. If you're dramatically over your averages, like I can't do all the quick math off the top of my head right now, but like if your deficit, let's say, is like 1,800 calories a day, and you do that Monday through Friday, no problem, but then Saturday, Sunday, you hit like 3,000 calories and just say, fuck it.
Sure. And you do that every Saturday, Sunday.
That average, that'll take you above
Then
your
you have a
total
problem.
average. Yeah, exactly. So then that's why you try to look at everything. Like you look at the day to day, you look at the averages. You have to make sure that you're like accounting for everything, right? Like no one meal is gonna make you skinny, no one meal is gonna make you fat. It's what you do all of the time that matters.
hey.
And if you do this all of the time,
Yeah, then you will look like a burrito.
then you might look like a burrito, I guess.
Can you see this finished towel? I'm gonna go with the shitload of food.
Oh my god, look at that burrito!
Incoming tacos.
Yes! And tacos! Thank you.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, see, it's like mashed potatoes, basically. In a tortilla.
Fried mashed potatoes in a tortilla.
So good.
Wow.
You know what else? Like, if I was like really trying to like be good,
One, we wouldn't be here.
well, no, so they double up the tortillas. So you could leave off a tortilla. You only do one.
What are those corn tortillas like? Are they
Oh, they're
bad,
nothing.
good, not
No,
much?
corn tortillas are fine. Corn tortillas, actually, small tortillas, they all have really good, like street tacos have really good macros. Like
Good.
a corn tortilla is like a few carbs, a little bit of fat. It's not a lot.
That's good
But
to know.
like, I'd probably leave off the beans and the rice. I would have just ordered like a la carte tacos. Definitely wouldn't have ordered anything fried. But you know,
I don't know what to do.
you don't know what to do.
Follow my lead, son.
Just dive in.
Yeah, this thing is going to get annihilated.
You have to start somewhere.
No. Oh my god. Numbers are fucked. Yes. Don't care. Really don't care.
Thank you.